Question 18. Calculate the area of this compound shape. Now, first thing we need to address is this word compound. In science, a compound is basically when you put two substances together to make a mixture, compound. So area of a compound shape is two separate basic shapes put together to make a more complicated shape. So what we mean by that is that if you draw a line there, you're splitting it into two basic rectangles, which we could call rectangle A, rectangle B. And as we know with a rectangle, the area is length times width. So what we're basically going to do is do a length times width on rectangle A and a length times width on rectangle B, and then add the two ends together, and that'll be the total area of the compound shape. So what is the length and width of shape A then? Well, we've got a definite width there of 5. And the length, now you've got to be dead careful here because this 16 is all the way across. And that's not the length of shape A. The length of shape A is from here to here. And that is 11. So shape A's length is this 11, what we need here. So that's going to be 11, and then times them together, length times width, 11 times 5. So shape A is basically 55 centimeters squared. That's the answer for shape A. Shape B might be a little more complicated. So shape B, we've got a definite length here, 12. But then the width of shape B is basically going to be this distance. Now, the problem is that there are no number on this distance, and there's no number up here either. But that doesn't mean we can't work it out. What we do know is that all across the top is 16. From this point to this point is 16. But then from here to here is 11. So I could just basically take that point down to here and that point down to here and call that 11. So that's 11. But then if you go back to the top, you know that the whole thing is 16. All the way across the top is 16, which basically means that this distance here must be 5 because 11 plus 5 makes the 16. So the width of this shape here must be 5. So area of shape B is going to be length times width, 12 times 5, which is going to equal 60 centimeters squared. And that's the answer for shape B. But that's not the total because the compound shape is the two separate shapes put together. So what we've got to do now is basically take our 55 and our 60 and add them together to get the final answer. So 55, add 60. What's that going to be? 5 add nothing is 5. 5 add 6 is 11. So final answer is 115 centimeters squared.